Network. Hello, everybody, and welcome back into the Dota 2 Canada Cup Season 6 playoffs. We're here in the Winners Bracket Final, and Elite Wolves are one game away from getting $12,000 here in Canada Cup Season 6. That's right, they're one game away from the Grand Finals here as compLexity Gaming looking to even this bad boy up and take it to game number 3. Of course, I'm joined tonight by Pimp Muckle, Lurker Derp, as well as Purge. Purge, what do you think the chances are that Elite Wolves, with this start of the draft, 2-0 compLexity?
Well, it's two heroes that they had in the last draft that worked out really nicely for them, Beastmaster and Lone Druid. They don't have the Vengeful Spirit to give them the early game dominance that Vengeful Spirit provides, but the two other things that went really well for them were Lone Druid's fast Radiance timed overall, and Beastmaster didn't die last game. So yeah, I could still see them doing it.
Impressive display coming out from not only the Lone Druid, the Beastmaster, everybody from Elite Wolves played outstandingly. compLexity will not ban out the Dazzle, which I thought was a big deal as to why Elite Wolves won. Maybe it wasn't the biggest deal, but for me, I thought they played very well with the heroes they had. They will ban out, however, Misoku's Vengeful Spirit, which is, I guess, to some extent expected because of how well it played in game number 1. The swaps were great. Magic Missiles, Web of Terror to bring down those heroes almost instantaneously. No Tinker ban. I don't know if it deserves it. He played really well later on down the road, but I just don't know if they played particularly well against the team. I just don't know, man. Like, they're banning out all these heroes that weren't in that last game. I'm not sure how I feel about that, though.
Well, you can't get on too much of a one-track banning like that. Like, just because, some people will get into that. They'll lose a set, and then they'll ban all the heroes they just played against. But then you forget a lot of other things that are also overpowered that you banned. So it's more about seeing how your draft intersects and how it plays up against what your opponents have. And this game is certainly going to be different with a Batrider and an Enchantress in the game.
Yeah,
I'm guessing they're going to do Batrider mid and Enchantress off lane, but there could be a lot of ways that compLexity lane this, and it gives them a lot of options. They could do Enchantress versus Lone Druid, for example, and then she probably still wins that trade due to reducing the attack speed of both the Bear and the Lone Druid. So maybe compLexity has something up their sleeves here that we haven't seen before.
Yeah, it's interesting. I want to ask you because I feel like Batrider mid is actually pretty damn good, and a lot of people kind of take it for granted. What do you think is the best matchup for who do you pick against the Batrider mid? Is actually what I'm trying to ask here. What hero do you go for?
I'm not exactly sure. Batrider's not the most common mid hero. There's a couple with having a disable helps a lot because that way if he's chasing you, you can just stun and run. Odie is a good example of that. I wouldn't necessarily say he's better than him in a 1v1.
That's fair.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. But there's just a couple of heroes. Even something like a Viper might be a possibility. Just typical mid heroes, I guess. Anything that needs mana is kind of nice as well because then you can just spam, use your wand and cast an extra spell. So stuff like that is good.
Yeah, the problem I have with a lot of those heroes is like Viper is very slow. You can get run down pretty easily by sticking Napalm and Firefly. So I don't know, man. I feel like if this is going to be mid, I'm a bit worried for Elite Wolves in that regard. But compLexity will grab Jakiro, so they have that much more pushing power with the Enchantress creeps. Now Jakiro with his Liquid Fire. And of course, Elite Wolves, we don't need to say how much pushing potential they have. And Crystal Maiden is picked up as well, which is very good against Enchantress. And her creeps and just going ahead frostbiting them and make sure they get that extra gold for the CM. She is a bit slow, so she's, again, delicate to the Batrider and a lot of the damage that is coming out from compLexity. But I like the choice nonetheless, and they go for the Ross as well. Man, they're all about pushing today, huh? Dear Lord.
Yeah, pretty good options, I think. Lots of disables to limit what Enchantress can do. They have a couple ways to disrupt Batrider. I don't think Crystal Main's going to get a good ult off this game due to Jakiro and Batrider being in the game. It's very easy for them to interrupt her, but I think the CM is going to be a nice support to lane against the Enchantress that at least takes away her ability to use neutral creeps to overpower a lane. So I think CM is a kind of a good pick for that.
Yeah, no, I think this is a good choice. We'll have to see how well she does in lane, and just later on down the road, she can jungle up a little bit with the frostbite. We'll see if that's going to be the case. compLexity have one more pick here before the last ban phase. They have plenty of reserve time. We'll see what they want to grab. They have the Batrider potentially for mid, Enchantress potentially for the offlane, and Jakiro potentially as a support. If they can land this up whatever the way they want to, but I mean, they theoretically have like 3 offlaners right now between the 3 of these heroes. Although Jakiro is more of a support, I guess, these days than he's an offlaner. But
yeah, he still can do an offlane, but it's much more likely he'll be a support. He's still a very good hero. He got a base damage buff recently. He's shown to not be as good as the top supports at the moment, but an occasional pick is definitely justified here for Jakiro. I think he's quite good against Lone Druid as well. Once you max out Liquid Fire, you can just constantly put that on the bear, reduce its attack speed by 50, and it's really going to limit the bear's damage in the early mid game. That's if the Jakiro does max Liquid Fire first. I think that's the best build for a support role in the safe lane, but sometimes when you're in off lane, you want to go Dual Breath instead for damage. So we'll see which build he does. Either one is good, actually. Dual Breath lowers attack speed by 40 and movement speed by 40 for 5 seconds. on a 10-second cooldown. It's a really good spell to limiting DPS output from carries.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Dual Breath actually. And problem is that a lot of people still just like love maxing Liquid Fire, especially in pubs too. But Dual Breath isn't. People forget how good that ability is, and of course, Ice Path has seen better days, sadly. That ability was as good as it used to be, but it used to be broken actually for a long period of time. It used to be an amazing ability. So
Tusk is a pretty good pick here as well, because if anybody gets roared or shackled, then Tusk can save them. So that's something that Enchantress I think is going to need. There's quite a lot of nuke damage right now coming out of Elite Wolves. So they need some way to keep somebody alive if they do get caught. So I like the Tusk pick as well. And there's a lot of very squishy supports right now. Shadow Shaman and Crystal Maiden are both very weak to nukes in the early game. And Tusk can close that gap and then amp up damage on them while letting Enchantress throw Death Spears from behind.
Yeah, and that I love the ability to save teammates. I love just all of the stuff that Tusk has as a hero, but he doesn't seem to get that play that he used to get. A lot of that obviously has to do with the fact that he was banned, or not banned, but he was nerfed significantly. But he's a pretty good hero, but Elite Wolves will grab Juggernaut for themselves, which is a hero they love to play. And now you look at this lineup, you're like, well, who's going mid? And Van has done a mid Juggernaut before. They can do mid Beastmaster. If you're looking at this from a purely pragmatical standpoint, if you're looking at it from somebody that plays a lot of Dota but doesn't maybe watch that much Elite Wolves, you're like, okay, Beastmaster's mid. But I think it's more than likely that Van is mid on the Juggernaut than Beastmaster.
Yeah, definitely going to be Jug mid, I think, because if he picks up a Magic Stick, he gets a guaranteed 150 HP and mana heal. Whenever he gets too many charges on him, he can just spin and clear the creep wave, and Batraider can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So I think Jug is the clear option here. He might need a Stout Shield to resist some of the damage that Batraider is going to throw out, but I think Jug is a great hero to lane against Batraider mid. It'll work out nicely.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. The spin, obviously, very nice to have. It's going to be tough to bring him down. We'll see how this lane goes, actually. I'm kind of interested. I feel like this is good in theory and good in usually in practice. We'll wait and see if that's what's going to happen for Elite Wolves, if they can maybe get an advantage with the Juggernaut early. But we'll wait and see if that's the case. compLexity with their last pick, they're trying to figure out what they want to grab next as their safe laner, I would imagine. Batraider mid. They could actually switch things around now. They could pick a mid laner here. They could send Enchantress in the safe lane, perhaps. Batraider off lane and pick a mid laner here. If they want to do something a little bit different, if they really want to get an advantage. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think some more magic damage would be good for them. Beating Lone Druid right now is a little scary. Their disables are a bit low as well. So maybe cutting the bear is going to be a bit tough, but at least the Enchantress is survivable, I guess. But compLexity is definitely missing some carry potential here.
Yeah.
I don't know, Gyro worked decently against Lone Druid, but it's not amazing against Juggernaut, and Beastmaster's kind of good against it as well. They need something that has some counter push, ideally, because Elite Wolves could just push super early with Healing Word and the Bear, plus the attack speed aura from Beastmaster, so they kind of need to split push, I'm sorry, not split push, counter push, carry potential, good against Juggernaut.
Oh, Terrorblade. Alright. You're not a fan?
This is okay. I kind of like this. It's good. I like this. I think this is a rare time that Terrorblade's okay. A couple reasons. You can spawn illusions all the time, so it's very good against Omnislash. If you get really low, you can obviously sunder somebody. So, and there's not a lot of chain stunts. I mean, there's obviously Roar, and there's obviously Shadow Shaman disables, but other than that, there's not that many disables. All the other ones are slows. So if you do get low, you have a good shot of using Sunder. And if you Sunder a Lone Druid, my god, you're doing so much damage because he has so much HP, right? So even if you're at 50% HP and you Sunder a Lone Druid, that's like doing 800 damage to him and healing yourself for like 600 or something. It's a massive swap. Yeah. So I think this is a rare game where Terrorblade's actually very good. He can split push very well. He can counteract your opponent's pushing. He can go to a lane and solo push it very fast himself. And it's rare that a Terrorblade is a good hero, but I think this is actually a good game for it. It was a really nice pick here by compLexity, in my opinion.
Conversely, Van could theoretically go for a Battle Fury as well. And that would be an okay item against Terrorblade this game. Clear out the illusions quickly. Yeah. That's the biggest issue, is the illusions of Terrorblade, who when they're in Metamorphosis form, plus the Terrorblade himself. A lot of damage you have to take, but if you can get an Omnislash off with your Battle Fury, you could go to town and just get a couple of kills with it too, so we'll see.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. I just don't know if the Battle Fury build's the best build. It's usually pretty good if you're having a reasonably okay game, because it accelerates you so much as the game continues. But I'm not sure if it's the right build against Terrorblade. He can micro solutions. That's probably not terrible, honestly. Just buying it and then going into your next item is probably fine. Just because if you're not Omnislash, you just right clicking alone, you should be able to cleave them pretty rapidly.
Yeah.
So Pretty likely he'll go Battle Fury, I think, but he may not. He may go for a more early game build, like just a straight SNY or a phase drum into something else.
Which I'm also fine with too. Just get that extra tanky to stay alive in a team fight.
Okay, so he just buys all the items, Come
Yeah.
on, you got to pick an item camp.
All right, well, you know, I'm gonna go with Battle Fury. I really want to see Battle Fury. I said it was fine that he can go SNY, but that's a lie. If he picks up SNY, I'm gonna be angry. What a jerk! Don't do it, Van. You know you're better than that. Get that Battle Fury. You could get SNY after your Battle Fury. How about that, Van? That's what you could do. That's what you're allowed to do.
Yeah, you can do that. Maybe it's better. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Manta's better. You can dodge some projectiles and stuff like that. It makes Enchantress confused.
You're making me confused, man. I'm just like, man, I like this item. You're like, what?
Well, you're
about
making
this
yourself
item?
confused.
I'm just like, what's happening? Oh god. Well, there's a pause. That's what's happening currently. Then DC reconnected. Hopefully, we'll be going here in just a moment. Like I said, Elite Wolves are one win away from getting into the Grand Finals and making some extra money for themselves.
Money is good.
Very good. Yes. Big fan of money. Big fan of money. All right, here we go. We're back into the game. Evo is rotating. He's sort of towards mid, but we don't know how the lanes are going to shape out just yet. We'll wait and see. We're back into the game. Yeah, it looks like Dan might go. He has 8 tangos, stout shield, no stick, by the way. Well, meanwhile, only has tangos, fairy fire. He should have got his bear. Where is his bear? Oh, it's down here.
Boy, did they ping that. They saw their observer ward for the enemy team go down, so.
That's a sentry placement. And that is a ward
30 seconds to battle.
Will he
They're gonna
tango?
try to fight
He should have just tangoed this. Tango it.
Frostbite, Shackle. He'll tango it eventually, but he's still probably going to die here. Good dual breath, actually. Maybe they don't chase after this anymore. Z-Freak was low. E-Wolves don't feel particularly comfortable fighting into this squad of complexity right now, and this is going to mean that they will get this top rune spot here. Smash will try to go bottom and deal with Terrorblade, and Terrorblade probably won't be able to contest this. Yeah,
You know, they
we'll
did
see.
get a lot of mana out of their opponents for that. It cost Z-Freak a little bit of HP, like about 200 as when all is said and done. But oh, they got both runes.
They got both of them. It's a great start. Chessie is getting chased after by Smash. He already used his
He's got
boar, the
boots.
boar
He
slow.
might die.
Yeah, he could actually die here if he could get off that boar right click another time here, and he will. I don't know if he
did.
dies this tower. It was close. He's gonna have to salve up though at the very least. So
If
that's
Terrorblade
pretty good.
wasn't so fast, like he definitely would have just died there. So that he's down a little bit of regen here. That's a pretty big deal. But Smash also doesn't have any regen, so what's up with that, man? One shared tango? What is the purpose of this? It's like a weird build.
He really wanted boots apparently, and yeah, I guess he wants to get
Tranquil.
Tranquils.
Okay.
But he's gonna get harassed by dual breath at the very least. He's taking a bit of damage now from that. The right click is actually pretty good from the Jakiro, so he'll have to back away and pop that one tango that he's got. So we'll see if he can get that ring of regen pretty early. By the way, it's been decided that is a mid spirit bear.
Okay.
He is 6 stacks already. This spirit bear is going to die. That's 300 gold.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
He was like, wow, that was stupid of me. I just fed him 300 gold because my bear had a 7 stack on him. Like, what the hell? How do you... Like, that's 300 gold. That's so much. That's like getting first blood.
It really is. That's not great. I'm not sure if I agree with the fact that they sent Lone Druid mid for that particular reason, but I don't know if Van would have done any better. Whatever.
I mean, I guess Lone Druid's a little bit weak against Enchantress in lane slightly, and he's kind of bad against Tusk as well because he can just snowball if he gets rooted, but even still, you're talking about a lot of right clicks. These guys are actually fully tri-laning, by the way. CM's actually in lane the whole time. Didn't go get a 2 and then shift over. I'm a little surprised about the way they've done this. They do grab the neutral creep, though, so they will kill this.
Yeah, which is a little bit of experience in goal and go the way of Misoku at the very least. Well, it does get denied, actually. Well done. So it doesn't even get the golden experience, which is nice. Well played.
Does give CM level 2, though, so she can transition this either with a side pull. Yeah, she's going to do a side pull while stacking here. And that'll pull the wave back a little bit for them.
Securing farm pretty effectively for Van. Mid lane, there are 3 last hits for Ewo, and there are 10 last hits for the Bat Rider. Oh god, they are... Wow.
I don't know why they put this in the mid lane. I really feel like the jug was the solution. Can last it a little bit. I mean, the spin cooldown is very long. Maybe that's one problem. That Juggernaut's level 1 Blade Fear is 40 seconds, so it's not like you have a lot of opportunities to just constantly spin it off. Maybe that's where they're thinking. Like, he would get bullied more than Bat.
Yeah, I don't know. He does have his levels quickly. He's got his level 2 Spirit Bear, but already Jakira's coming in mid. They have a couple of sticky napalm stacks on their heroes. They're going to dual breath him. He's going to get run over by Firefly, probably. More sticky napalm stacks will go. This actually could be a kill here. He was just not that quick.
Possible. I'm not so sure though. We'll see. He's gonna probably go Ice Path afterwards. That would make the most sense. He might have to land the Ice Path to get the kill though.
Disconnect coming out for Mystico as he says, okay, it's more than just Mystico. Are they at a team house? They might be, actually. That's unfortunate.
Tranquil Boot's almost ready on Beastmaster. He's still level 1, but he should be getting 2 soon. Terrorblade's up to level 3 already. Hasn't committed to any skill build just yet, but most likely will do a mix of Metamorphosis and Conjure Image, and then later on grab Reflection and Sunder. Reflection is actually amazing against a lot of E-Wolves' characters because they've got a bunch of DPS heroes basically. Even the Lone Druid making a reflection of his hero is going to be very nice since it is an agility hero, so he'll do pretty good damage there. And the Jug Illusion is amazing. It crits and attacks very rapidly because Jug is likely to buy agility items. So yes. I think Reflection is going to be really good this game.
Yeah,
and good point. When you make an illusion of your opponent, you also get their aura. He does miss Ice Path. Oh god, he had a haste rune. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I did not know that either. Maybe. Yeah, that's probably a kill they should have picked up on, but that's fine either way. I feel like compLexity are in a very good spot. I mean, it's only 2.5 minutes into the game, but I still feel like they're doing really good. First of all, starting off getting that early ward, the counter over here on the high ground, and then down bottom, you can see Smash still doesn't have his tranquils yet. Chess is getting plenty of last hits. They're getting farm both top and mid, and specifically they're shutting down Evo. And a Lone Druid getting shut down is, you can come back from it, but like, he's got 6 last hits. It's like no
Smash
farm
in
right
trouble
now.
bottom.
Might get caught. There's going to be the Liquid Fire and Dual Breath coming through. It's actually just the Dual Breath. He actually might be able to survive here, and they can't push through into the tree line. It looks like they will survive, or at least Smash will survive, and that's pretty huge.
That's Terrorblade Metamorphosis, man. You go so slow when you transform. You lose 25 movement speed, so you're like a Crystal Maiden. It's just hard to get those kills. You have to be a little bit closer. It was a good attempt. They did lots of damage, but it just wasn't enough.
Bear was about to go down again from Evo, but he's able to get it back, and I'll have to recreate it, and he is still just trying to find any semblance of farm he can. And limps up to almost his Tranquils here. He's already got his bottle as well. We'll probably get that early Blink Dagger, especially if they stack up some of the camps here. The Jungle, which have yet to be stacked. We'll see if they can go for that here with Jakiro. Jakiro's really been more focused on taking out Smash in lane, more so than anything else, and roaming out and trying to find kills elsewhere.
I do like the heavy stacking that's going on by CM. They have to be careful that Barrier doesn't steal this, though. Maybe Jug can take it with maxed out spin or something. Yeah, and he's gotten spin and healing ward levels.
Yeah, this is fine. So Van's the only one really getting farm on this Elite Wolves team. Not sure if that's going to be enough. But Z-Freak's about to walk up and scout these stacks, like you talked about. So part 1 of taking these stacks is done by getting vision and making sure they know what's going on. See if they can get part 2, which is the enemy Bat Rider in the jungle, and find those stacks. They've rotated Evo down bottom, by the way. He doesn't have root, so they don't have roar.
What
I don't know what's happening. That was strange.
He ran all the way bottom to grab an orb of venom? Like, he was level 4. That was a level 4 gank with no orb of venom. It's like, you're not going to get a kill, man. You're going to do some damage, like 4 right clicks.
I thought they were like switching up the lanes, but that's not it, because he's running back mid.
That would have made a lot more sense than what just happened.
Well, it's not what happened, sadly, and he misses out on like a wave and a half of experience in gold. Not that he would have gotten the last hits anyways.
God, they're stacking so much. You would think that they have like a Barret on their team or something.
Well, I feel like they realize that the only way back into this game is going to be through maybe the Jug getting farm. I don't know. Van's taking a lot of damage here, though, from this stack. Got a bottle, by the way. If the shock will come through, so now all these last hits can be very easily taken. But so here's the problem, right? Evo's sitting at level 4, Limp's almost 7, so he's roughly 2. He is 2 levels ahead, actually. That's not great for Evo. That's maybe the worst possible thing that could happen to him at this point, because he's got no. I guess he could die more. Meanwhile, first blood's gonna happen with bottom lane. Chessie as well as Hansky will get the kill onto the Beastmaster. They pop the Metamorphosis again for this, and this time they are successful.
It's a good time to go jungle. When you use Metamorphosis, it increases your damage by a lot, and just sitting back on range and killing stacks is a really good way to accelerate your farm. So it gives the lane to the Jakiro now, and he's going to farm any stacks that they find.
Pretty nice. Chessie is taking a lot of damage. He doesn't have himself, so he's fine. He'll probably buy his treads up next. Meanwhile, mid. Oh, almost getting another kill. The root came through, and it actually came through earlier than I think it came through again, but he's actually not able to pick up this kill, and suddenly, well, now starting to zone out the Bat Rider, and maybe he can find some gold and last hits after this, but still a little bit behind.
So they just like hardcore jungled for a moment with the shadow shot. And then
53 last hits now. What the hell?
That's pretty amazing for 6 minutes, but it's mostly stacks. He doesn't, or he actually does have the mana for an Omni Slash. He would love to get a root. He's gonna find a DD. They can definitely use this for a kill.
Limp trying to get this, or rather Ewo trying to get this pick off. They have to use the Fairy Fire and take out the bear. And Ewo's suddenly starting to zone out the Bat Rider super effectively. And Limp's just like, well, I didn't sign up for this. I have a 31 last hit to 12 last hit advantage. But down bottom, this is going to be the fight that's going to break out. Van's got that Omni Slash at the ready. And here we go. They're going to jump in. There's the Shackle coming through. Hanskin trying to get smashed. He's low. He's not dead yet. The Omni Slash will fly. Chessie will go down. They'll trade 1 for 1. And here comes Ewo. They get the root off. And Hanskin's about to go down. And Van will pick themselves up a double kill. And suddenly, all right. Okay, Elite Wolves, I see you.
It's such a cool rotation. Like they basically just completely ditched their safe lane because Crystal Maiden had stacked like crazy. Then they spend about 1 minute, 2 minutes jungling, during which their opponents didn't really know where they were. They're like, maybe they're smoke ganking us. In reality, there's hard jungling in the jungle. And then they smoke and finally come gank 2 minutes later after their opponents are scared for like 2 minutes, and then they get a double kill. So not only were they farming really rapidly the whole time, they also they scared their opponents and made them think that they weren't doing anything efficient, and they ended up getting kills as a result. And now Crystal Maiden has gotten experience from it.
Yeah, she's up to what, level 6 now? They have the tier 1 tower down bottom. They're going to rotate and try to find a defense here on mid, which they will most certainly. They can even try to take its fight here. But the pauses keep happening. And I somewhat agree with Swindle. I don't like BMing or saying anything like that, but just got to fix this issue.
They're like so highly leveled on Elite Wolves. The only person that's really struggling is Smash, who's level 3 at about 8 minutes. He's had a really tough time.
Yeah, wow, his experience at level 3, you're not kidding. He's down in the dumps currently. And even Ewo, who's not had the greatest game so far. First of all, he hasn't died. Secondly, he's now up to 1,000 gold. Obviously, he doesn't have boots on his bear. But it looks like there is an issue for Elite Wolves. And JJ, let's have you come in, man. How are you? Because I feel like this is going to be a long pause. Let's talk.
Dude, I'm just rolling replays, you know. Just living life, honestly.
I'm glad the viewers can have such a great time while we're sitting here chilling.
Yep. If only, like, you know, you would be, like, behind me or on a couch next to me or something. Man, this would be so dope.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Can't wait. You know, someday that's probably going to happen. Maybe in a year or two, we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. I think this technology might arrive eventually, you know.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet.
Not quite there yet, yeah. It's right. You know, it's something where a lot of really smart people think about every day, and it's rough. You know, it's at least as rough as these disconnection issues right here.
Yeah, I mean, we could be sitting on a couch, chilling, talking, drinking some life. Water and coffee. Instead, I have to control the camera and
or maybe some Dr. Pepper, you know.
Or Dr. Pepper, right? 23
Shout out to
flavors.
Grand.
Yeah. Some good
also,
stuff.
we have so much monster here. I think we can all just like survive on monster for a couple of years. Maybe the technology is eventually gonna arrive after we run out of monster. Yeah, who knows? It's a good life here in Arizona. I'd say.
Yeah, it's certainly.
All right, let's. Like I want to continue talking about American food. What's your favorite American food so far that you've experienced while in Arizona?
That's actually pretty hard.
Mexican?
No, it's actually we were at Shanna's parents and they made some Iranian or like Persian stuff, and it was really amazing. It was like some crazy rice and some meatballs in a really strange sauce. It was just gorgeous. It was so amazing. So yeah, it's not really American. It's just like, you know,
Middle Eastern.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty good.
Would you feel like the food variety in America is better as a whole than Germany?
Not quite. No. The thing is that what Germany doesn't have is this deep of a separation between Asian food, like especially Asian food. So when you have like an Asian restaurant, you get like a lot of different stuff, like most of the quote unquote like normal Asian things, but you sometimes don't really get like the quote unquote in-depths like what you get here, because like every Asian restaurant is like actually like a Chinese restaurant or it's like a Thai place or something like this, and they all have like the specialities, and it's a bit more specific. It's a bit more washed down because we just don't have that many Asians. I guess. Like maybe it's just not as big of a market. I don't know. And also like Mexican food is pretty good. I had like some strange beans and like a burrito-ish thing. That was pretty good as well. I don't know.
All right.
Food is pretty good here.
Yeah, I've heard Arizona Mexican food is solid.
I miss Schweinshaxe though.
Just what?
What?
Schweinshaxe. You know what Schweinshaxe is?
I
Nope.
don't know what that is.
It's part of a limb of a pig,
Ah.
and it's made like it really takes a long time, and you get it in Cologne breweries. Get of course with a really nice Kölsch, which is the local beer,
Yes.
and that is absolutely amazing. Because
Wait, what is it? Some pig product?
product? No, it's the limb of the pig, I guess. Wait, I'm gonna look
Limb?
it up. What
The
what
limb
is.
at the lip?
Like a leg?
Yeah, the leg, not the limb.
There we go.
Oh.
Dude, my English is so bad. Oh
It's
god.
like that pig limping, like.
That's
you
what I
like-
heard too.
you
I was like,
maim
wait,
them
limp?
first
What?
and then eat
It's
them or something.
it's wait, Schweinshaxe. Let's see. It is called knuckle of pork, apparently.
Pork knuckles.
Well, you
Ooh,
know,
that's interesting.
it's really soft and really amazing. Yeah. So yeah, next time anyone is gonna be in Cologne, I'm gonna take you out, guys.
Can't wait
Maybe
for
Red Bull
pork
does
knuckles,
something.
man. I'm excited.
No, it actually is amazing. Like you guys are joking. Like, whatever.
Yeah, pig knuckles sound really great. Friday stuff. I'm
No,
just
it is,
kidding,
come on.
JJ.
Like, what
I'm
the
just
fuck?
kidding, JJ. I'm
You
sure
guys,
it's delicious.
you need to relax. Like, what's up?
Listen, I'll go to our beer garden that we have here in Albany, and I'm sure they'll have it. Absolutely, no way they don't have it. But we're gonna go back into the game.
I mean, ask them.
Middle tower
Question
is
is, it's
under
good
attack.
enough. It's kind of no, it's not hard to get right, but anyway, Masuku is having some issue stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah, he's that. Oh,
Never
oh! Can he get this kill? Swindle so close to dying. Oh! The Crystal Nova. Can he get Z-Freak? Does he have Frostbite? He doesn't have the mana for it. Z-Freak will salve up, and it looks like Masuku actually will probably die because of this, or not. Like Z-Freak's gonna wait. Yeah, Masuku's dead. Still, it is worth it. That is 110% worth it. Really great play from Masuku. And this is also gonna make it so Elite Wolves will get Roche for themselves and push in mid.
I'm surprised he didn't level up from that one, man. That's pretty incredible.
Yep,
That's-
Roche is happening.
It's such a big kill to limit Enchantress's acceleration that really makes such a big difference.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Fear Bear is just not.
Dyer's structures are
Oh god, Ewo, if he had just a decent laning phase mid, this game would be so much easier for Elite Wolves, but he's so far behind. Actually, not even that far behind now. He's caught up pretty decently, but still, he needs some extra room to work with. They'll grab Roche. He still doesn't have boots on himself. They gave the boots to the bear. He's actually got enough for a Midas recipe right now. I would not be surprised if he just goes straight at Midas here. The Lone Druid.
I mean, he did last game, right? So
He did,
Dyer's
yes.
top tower
Pretty
is
likely
under
that he will.
Well,
attack.
uh-oh. Did I smoke him out? Oh, bottom
Okay.
lane. Okay, I thought I said top lane.
you know, I think you did say top lane, but I looked bottom for some reason. So you and me both suck. I'll just say it.
I guess, yeah, we're just not great, Purge, so Drum would be picked up. Well, you saw the Kellys. Van will get that kill and rotating to Drum, which is not uncommon. And you can see the Battle Fury purchase up after that as well. There's a good chance that could be the case, or it could just go, excuse me, something like an SMY. We'll wait and see.
It's pretty common to go early Drum if you're expecting to fight in the early game, and that's what they wanted to do. The enemy team is decent in the early game, so they'd rather focus on being able to battle in the early game as well. And it's working out great. Lots of spin levels, lots of healing ward levels, and just utilizing their cooldowns, Juggernaut's getting a lot of kills.
Oh, Smash is going to come in. He's going to look for that roar. He's going to find it. They don't have Sunder yet. And he's going to be in some trouble here. The slow comes out from the Frostbite, rather than Crystal Nova, then the Frostbite. There's the ultimate coming up from the Soku. He'll purchase up or get the kill, rather. And they actually had a ward here. They had this ward and they saw Smash rotate in. And he just didn't back quickly enough.
Well, it's also possible that Smash walked on the outskirts. Sometimes it's a good habit to get into is to walk on the outskirts of the lane. That way, if they do have a ward, there's less time you'll be in the ward vision, for example. You can do the same thing on the Dire off lane as well. Just walking on the outskirts of the map.
Go. Limp looking to get his Blink Dagger some usage here. There's a TP in. Smash was looking for a potential stop. This push of the tower. They'll deny it.
Dyer's middle tower
Smash coming
has
in.
been denied.
Midas has been picked up, by the way, for Ewo. So the road to recovery is up and ready to go.
I think this is my first time seeing a Tranquil Boots Ironwood Branch Aegis the Immortal inventory. It looks real weird, man.
It's a bit strange, yeah. Gonna be honest with you, it's not what you're used to seeing. But hey, he's got a... Uh-oh, Limp is in.
They're gonna lasso this.
Yeah, and Mystico's gonna get caught with the lasso. He's gonna get slowed up by the board. Here's the spin, and this is not great for all of a sudden for Elite Wolves. Limp's about to fall. They drop the supports. They get the root on his Z-Freak as well. Walrus Punch will fly. Van will take down Limp. It's a 2-for-1 exchange that will also provide them, more than likely, this tier 1 tower. But here comes the illusions. Ewo's gonna get caught. They pop the healing orb, but Ewo is in some trouble. He's got Savage Roar. They actually won't take the tower just yet. The Glyph is coming through. They really want to get this last hit. It looks like they will find it. The Omni Slash will come through as well. They do get the deny off when it's all said and done, but they find out another route, this time into Hanskin. There's gonna be the Ice Path.
Oh, they got him.
Smash is low, but they've got the Aegis. Hanskin will fall. Now Swindle and Chessie. There's the Aegis.
They can still chase this. They've got Snowball here.
Yeah. And Drum Charge pops. Wolves are going to back together. Serpent Ward's about to go down. They want to fight on top of it, but there's Masoku. Ultimate Swindle in trouble. Seafreak's going to get rooted. He'll have to Snowball to save his life. And they're just keep on just fighting a lot like last game. It's just Runchy style. Chessie's low. Can they find the kill? He'll TP away in time as the Firefly came through. They couldn't walk up to the high ground. The stinking napalm still was there. But when it's all said and done, they get so many kills. And now they find a tier 1 tower on top of it, get close to about a 3,000 to 4,000 net with advantage suddenly. And this game has suddenly gotten out of control.
Dude, Masoku's positioning there was absolutely god tier. That was so cool. Hiding in a little corner of this tree, force their opponents to get direct vision of them, and either use Ice Path or some other spell or two to interrupt it. And if you can force spells like that, just to stop the ultimate from doing tons of damage, it's a massive advantage. So really nicely done by Masoku so far this game.
Suddenly, you have Van, who is at 6.5k net worth, clearly at the top. And then Ewo is now almost second in net worth, just behind this Terrorblade, who has a full Treads Yasha. So this has become a very interesting game after a disastrous landing phase for Elite Wolves, I'd say. Maybe not even disastrous, but here's the last, so they're going to find out Van. This could be a huge kill. He's got stick charges. He's got a regen rune as well, and he'll fall down. He actually dropped the healing one instead of using the stick charges. It might have been a bad idea. They actually get the mega kill spree as well for Limp the Batrider, but there's the root coming through. Can it get this pickup here? He's low. Another root coming out. You've got to be kidding me. And Limp will stay alive, but just for a moment longer. It is still a 2-for-1 trade as Ewo is on the high tail out of here. As down bottom, the split push continues to come. Smash doesn't even have Necro 1 yet, but they're going to try to take down this tier 2 tower bottom lane as Hansky continues to pressure this bear and get him out of lane mid.
How many times has Bear died this game? Like, at least 4 times, right?
Right.
Like, a lot. This Bear's died a lot this game. And Evils is still winning. But if you look at it from a gold aspect, it's almost like compLexity has like 3 more kills or something. It obviously doesn't work exactly like that, because in an AoE, when a hero dies, it gives more gold than just like 250. It gives like a lot more gold overall. But this Bear's died a lot. Small mistake here for the Lone Druid that could keep Ewolves a bit more far ahead.
The bear is on a hunt looking for somebody. Chase is going to go into the tree line and TP away. Root? No, he's not in range. The Lone Druid bear himself, or rather the Lone Druid hero himself, is not there. And now Swindles is actually in a lot of trouble. The bottom lane, they pop the Super Wars and they're going to grab the kill onto the Terrorblade. They had to TP back home to defend this tier 3 tower. They're going to lose Swindle Melons because of it. You can see Van coming through. There's the Untouchable. They're looking for a root. They can't quite find it. The Untouchable is so damn strong. Gonna pop up the salve, and instead they're gonna go for the tier 1 tower, which I think is the smarter choice when it's all said and done.
They even Omni Slashed him. He just wouldn't die. It just wasn't enough damage. Even the spin wouldn't go through the heal. So they do get the tower though, and with the Terrorblade kill on the other side of the map, things right there weren't amazing for compLexity.
Also, look at how low this tier 3 tower got too. It's down to about half HP now, almost there with about 52 to go. So Elite Wolves have, I wouldn't say they have a commanding lead right now, but it's pretty damn good, right? Purge, like almost 5,000 net worth. They're getting room. They've got the Midas for the bear. He's almost up to his relic. He's just less than 1,000 away. Band has got a Yasha already for what seems to be probably an S and Y next.
I mean, it's definitely looking very good for Elite Wolves, especially once the bear transitions into a Radiance. They're just overall going to do a lot more damage to Enchantress. She's going to be missing 1 out of 8 of her attacks or so. It's going to interrupt the Blink Dagger from Batrider. It's all around going to be a lot of damage. It's going to make Terrorblade miss a lot as well. Like, as soon as the Lone Druid gets the Radiance, it might just be like last game where the game becomes one-sided.
Yeah. That was from that moment on, that game pretty much became almost unwinnable for compLexity, and it kind of spiraled out of control. Smash now has his Necro 1, very close to his Necro 2. Swindles finally does get his Dragon Lance. But he might get roared here.
Don't know if he'll die.
Roar will fly through, he gets the heal off. The CM ulti will come in, but it's on the edge, and it doesn't actually hit. And so Swindle will get some mana burn going his way, but the heal coming through, and they have no way of bringing him down. Meanwhile, bottom lane, there's the last open to Van. He's in trouble. He's got no Omni Slash. He's in trouble. The snowball will fly through. He actually is Invis. He pops the Invis for that on detection. He's going to live. Meanwhile, top lane, they're still chasing after Swindles as this high-speed pursuit continues. They finally get the root. There's the rolling axes, and they finally will get that kill. It took forever, though.
You know what helps a lot is the Necro 3 and the attack speed aura from Beastmaster. It counteracts a lot of the attack speed reduction.
Oh, they're
that
tipping
shit
in.
does.
They're going to bring him to see him at the very least. And Van is still here. This is
He's
not
really
the
low
play.
on mana though.
Yeah, this is... I don't know about this. This seems a bit strange. Van really wants to fight here. Omni Slash
that's
on
what he
Limp.
wants.
Can he get this kill? Blade Fury will fly, and Limp's actually going to go down here. He actually bottles up as well, pops the stick charges. Chessie does get that kill onto Misoku, and now Van has to TP out. They've got Walrus Punch. Van, we'll see you later, buddy. That was... I like what you were going for, my friend, but it just wasn't the play. They get the kill, but at least they're making a lot of space for Evo top lane and Smash to go to work on the Tier 3 tower. Look at
It's
this.
gonna be some good damage. Relic's up. He was about 700 gold away from the Radiance, so no ice shards though. They can maybe chase this.
No. They're fine. Maybe not Smash. Smash might not be fine.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's got his
He's
neck
fast.
too. He's
He's
fine.
got Tranquils too. It's really fast.
Yeah, he's hightailing it on out there. And like you said, there's almost the Radiance up as they have picked up the Relic for the Spirit Bear. And already 2 Tier 3 towers have, like, lost a lot of HP. So, and Roche is going to be up here soon. Mystico is got 1,500 gold before he gets his Aghanim Scepter. Once you have that, then if you drop your Serpent Wards on top of a building, that building will almost certainly die. Wow. What a game.
And Elite Wolves can transition in a lot of different ways as well. I feel like they can itemize a little bit more safely than complexity, and they also have a carry that's a lot more standard. One of the issues with Terrorblade is that he just doesn't scale very well late game. And he did okay in his lane, but these early team fights he's just not nearly as strong as what a Jug is, because his ability to take control and get a kill is not as much within his ability, you know? Like, you just can't... What do you do with a Terrorblade? You can't just, like, reflection and chase somebody down. The slow's too weak.
Right.
Whereas with a Jug, you can Omni Slash into a spin. He's gotten quite a few kills just like that. And
Yeah.
Terrorblade is a lot more limited. He doesn't farm as fast. He needs to buy a couple items. He has a time limit on the game. He doesn't scale as well. It's just looking scary for complexity here.
Wow, okay, he was a lot closer to that Aghanim Scepter than I had originally thought. Because he's got it now.
That's
wow.
so early. Like
18
18
minutes.
minutes. Are you crazy? Like, he skipped Blink, obviously, but it doesn't matter. This Ags like doubles the effectiveness of his ulti. It's an amazing increase for damage, and it's gonna it does AOE, by the way, so it's gonna cleave through Terrorblade illusions if they're two grouped up. It's going to absolutely. Is it affected by Untouchable? That's the next question.
The Serpent Wars?
Yeah, I don't know if it is.
Uh-oh. Misoku has to go
Yeah.
with the ulti just to clear out that creep wave. Thunderclap came through. They deny the tower. Misoku, what'll play? He might die because of this, though. They have no reflection, sadly, for 12 seconds. Oh, are they going to bait this into Aurora? It's got it up in 6 seconds. Chessie's like, I need a Sunder now. They're going to just Hex him and Shackle here momentarily. Ether shot.
gets it.
Oh, he gets the Sunder off! Oh, no. Mystico, what a misplay, but they get the roar off on Z-Freak. Look at that war damage. Absolutely obliterate him. It's going to be fine nonetheless because they get off that route, and Chessie will fall momentarily. Swindle going to try to TP away, but there's the Savage Roar to stop it from happening. Swindle's going to get chased down here. He'll actually get forced away by Limp pretty effectively, but here comes the Radiance Burn, and he'll get an Entangling Claw here maybe for his troubles. He'll try to deny himself. He will not be so lucky, and that is a double kill for Ewo.
He's got a Radiance and a Midas
Lasso?
at about the time.
Vanna is Aegis. I'm not sure he's really concerned about this last, so he's going to Blade Fury. He doesn't have his Omni Slash. It looks like he just used it also. They're going to go ahead and look for Hanskin. He'll be able to TP away. He'll make it out in time. Limp will blink and force himself out. But this will be now a Tier 2 tower picked up by Elite Wolves in the last outer tower for complexity of this game.
Man, is this going to be a 2-0? It's looking so good for Elite Wolves here.
That really is.
They've got all that. Did you see how much damage the Serpent Wards did to Enchantress? It was like 1/2 volley, and it did like a third of her HP. It was amazing damage. And it's not reduced by Untouchable. It's a really nice counter against her, actually.
Then a pretty solid mid-game giving up for Elite Wolves, and they're looking to put on the finishing touches. However, everyone from Complexity is back up, and they're now putting some pressure on with the illusions coming up from the Jug. Doesn't have his Manta style, actually. He's going to have it coming out here pretty soon. He has the Ultimate Orb on the Courier. But,
That's a dead bear.
Lose the bear. Yep, the bear's going to go down. It's 200 gold going the way of Swindle Mounts. Do they have a resummon? Absolutely. If they go back in is the real question. They don't have ulti for Witch Doctor for another 30 seconds, so I would not be surprised to see them back away, reset, and go again. But Vans will spin, clear out the creep wave, will take some damage. Liquid Fire coming through. There's Yules coming out on the Spirit Bear. There's the Macro Power Ice Path as well, but they've got up the Healing Ward. They're going to try to get him out alive. And it looks like he should be okay. But there's the word. They're going to find Z-Freak, however. They have to pop Metamorphosis now. Limp will jump and they'll find the lasso. Vans in trouble. He's got that Aegis, however. They'll actually get the buyback on Z-Freak immediately. There's going to be Soku popping the ultimate as well, zoning them out. Flame Break will fly in as well. And now Elite Wolves will back together. Not looking to fight this again, but the snowball coming through. Limp's going to jump in as well. The Glimmer Cape on the Misoku. Now the right click's coming out from the Swindle Mouse. They drop down the Serpent Ward. The Ether Shock will fly through. Chessie's in trouble. About to fall. The Hex will go. The Shackle's up as well. Z-Freak can't even get the Walrus Punch off. He's got to back away. Hodskin is low as well. complexity. They'll grab the double. Mystico gets off a beautiful Ether Shock. Swindle on the hunt as well. Can they bring him down? He's too far away. Instead, they'll turn their attention towards that tier 3 tower. Now with Chessie dead for 30 seconds, it is about to fall. Limp will do his best, but he doesn't have his lasso up either. They've gotten the Met Stealth Van, and everyone's going to go back in and ready to go. They'll pop
Where's the bear? Bear dead?
Is it dead? It
I don't see it.
Bear is dead, so that's not great. But here we go, Snowball back into the Serpent Ward,
Not
which
the
I'm sure
wards.
is not the best place for you to be, Z-Freak, as he's going to die to the
Oh my
second set
God.
of hits. They just absolutely obliterate him. They did enchant the Necro Archer, which is nice, but Elite Wolves are keeping the pressure on, man. They want to keep going. There's no chase to the tower here now. Van will continue to fight up, but the Healing Ward going to work.
This is not looking good. Like they've got Chessie here, but he doesn't Metamorphosis. He's just a melee hero. The Reflection
will
does
go.
a lot, but
Not nearly enough. Oh, he gets the spin-off as he gets last up, but the impetus going to work. Van might actually die here. They will get the melee Rex out of it. They have to back, but a great Ice Path keeps them in and ready to go. There's going to be the dual breath slowing them up as well. Good Savage Roar. What an ability that is. Ewo about to fall. The last impetus hit will go to work. They actually do get the TP out. That'll be from Misoku. Mystical will not be so lucky. They still have pretty much accomplished their mission, though, by getting that melee Rax and getting so many kills in the process. And if you look at the graph now, Purge, it is 12,000 in favor of Elite Wolves.
well, they just got about 4,000 to 5,000 from killing Elite Wolves there. They got 2 of their carries. They basically got 3 of the most farmed heroes on the enemy team, so just about. So that was pretty amazing for complexity. They did lose their melee barracks, but that's only part of it. Hopefully for them, they can transition. Looks like their Ags is up for Enchantress now as well, and she was doing a lot of damage in the last fight, and that goes through Jug Spin. That's gonna just absolutely eat through the Lone Druid as well. So despite Swindle's dying a couple times, he's dealing a lot of damage in these team fights, and it's helping out a lot.
Yeah, this is going to get a little bit harder for Elite Wolves because of his Aghanim Scepter now being up. And for all, all things considered, Van doesn't feel like he's that farm to me, but it is Evo who has the most net worth currently with 12,000. He's got a Midas and Radiance. He's got enough for pretty much his next item, which could be Vlad's if he wants to. I would not be surprised he could go straight for AC. Uh-oh, Chess is getting caught. There's the Roar coming through. Look, he might get the solo kill. The burn mana coming out from the Necro Archer is more than enough damage. Plus, Misoku comes in and actually KS's him with that Crystal Nova. Now they're going to chase down Swindle. He's looking to get a TP from the side shop. They know that's exactly what he's doing. Mystico has got Blink up in 6 seconds. Can he get there in time? The answer to that question looks to be yes. The creep gives him vision, and Swindle cannot make it away. How unfortunate. There's going to be the CM ulti flying through as well. Swindle will try and heal himself through all of this damage, but he will not be able to do so.
Good attempt at escaping, but that range creep actually caught him. Maybe if he
Yeah.
cut around the corner, he would have made it, and then tried to TP because the creep might not have had vision, but he gets caught, and that's 2 kills now for Elite Wolves.
That range creep is the MVP. For sure in that last engagement. That rage creep is actually awesome. I'm gonna keep him on my showcase mode here for the next couple of minutes. What a great guy he is.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Come on, JJ.
Plate mail now for the Spirit Bear, so tanking tower is even less of a problem. The pure damage is still going to eat through it, but this gives them an
Alright,
option.
well.
Oh my god, the wards.
Yeah, now it's almost impossible to defend your tower from that. Lasso's about to go. Limp will take a lot of damage from the Serpent Wards as he gets pushed into the base. Van,
Van could definitely just
is
die
actually
here.
gonna fall here, but look at look at this. There's no racks here anymore, and Limp's now about to fall. The Shackles come through. They get the root off as well. He's dead for 57, and they'll have to both buy back. Great Ice Path, by the way, but still. Oh, another root onto Hotskin. You've got to be joking me with these roots from Evo. He's absolutely obliterating them. And Mystico will actually just die as he gets off the Shackle, but Chessie is looking for a Sunder. He can't get it off. The Necro Archer burn. The mana burn is too much. They get the triple kill for Ewo. Z-Freak comes into the Serpent Wards. Limp's about to die back as well. Swindle is the only one doing anything as everyone else is back in the base or chasing after other heroes. And Van has bought back and gets the kill on the Z-Freak as he TP's in. Using his phase boots to get there. He must have bought back a while ago to get there so quickly. Now they're going to finish off this range racks mid. And this might be it for complexity here in the upper bracket, Purge. This has been an impressive display from Elite Wolves.
Yeah, I mean, they just dominated their lanes. They had extremely efficient jungling there with the hyper stacking from the Crystal Maiden, and it just transitioned them instantly into a Roshan and a one-team fight. And from there, complexity was already off on the back foot. They just were so efficient in the early game that complexity was behind consistently. And now none of their heroes are even in the top 5 in net worth of this game. The game's just over.
Yeah, it is mega creeps now for Elite Wolves. It is luckily for complexity not an elimination game, but they've got to get something together as they face up against Infamous next. That might actually be tomorrow if this game is going to go the way of Elite Wolves, which right now is looking almost like a 95% guarantee will be the case. But
man, and the biggest thing about this set today is just the fact that there was all the talk about Europeans coming to America for an easy road, and Elite Wolves, or I'm sorry, Complexity has 3 Europeans on their team, and well, I don't fault them at all for moving to America to play in the North American scene. It's very clear that even a South American team who characteristically don't perform extremely well, they can even beat them in a 3-0, like, or in a 2-0. Like, they completely outplayed Complexity in this set.
yeah, it was a dominating set to be sure. You're absolutely right. Dominating series for them. These were not close games. They were both, I think, sub 30-minute games, and both in impressive fashion. But we'll talk more about game number 2 as we do have a post-game report coming up, and then we will head out for the day. But Complexity lose not only 2-0 to Elite Wolves, but also a little bit earlier in Captain's Draft will lose 2-0 to Digital Chaos. Not a great day for Complexity or their fans, understandably so, but Elite Wolves, congratulations to them. They've just made $12,000 moving into the grand finals of Dota 2 Canada Cup Season 6, and we'll talk more about that as we get into our post-game report, guys. Of course, my name is Watch. Today here on moonducktv, I'm joined by Pitmuckle, Lurkerderp, as well as Purge. Follow us on Twitter at MontDota, at PurgeGamers, at Pitmuckle, and at Lurkerderp as well. With that said, we'll be right back in just a minute to take a look at this game, the series as a whole, and our post-game report. Stick around, everybody.